be first to this.
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Great ball if he can get there. Messi is sporting a guilty look after that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Now it's Van Basten. Well, we expected better, and so did he. Now it's Messi. 15 minutes till half-time. Mbappe! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Guardiola. And Serginho. And it's Guardiola. Passes coming off in quick succession here.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And the finish! Oh, and it's come back out to him. That's another chance. He's hit it first time.
Well, that was inventive and speculative, but the thought process was a little slicker than the attempt. Foden.
In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. Done delicately. Robertson getting this one clear. 0-0, but nevertheless a very decent game.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Well, played right into... Can he finish? Oh, it's coming... Oh, it's fallen loose again! Goal! Paris! Half-time imminent! What a time to score! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Look, that's one of the first things you learn, whether you're a striker or not. Just anticipate a goalkeeping parry or spillage, and sometimes you'll get lucky, it'll come your way.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now, and the other has to tone it down.
Now it's Villa, now it's Messi. And it's Serginho. Serginho. Serginho's cross. And that has been knocked clear. And the first half is done. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Terrific header! Oh, surely that deserved a better outcome.
Yeah, that was really sharp. That kind of delivery can play havoc with defences.
Beckham. It's Belletti. Serginho. David Villa. He's found a way past. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. Played over towards the opposite flank. Alexander-Arnold. Now it's Messi. To Danielson. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This chance! Oh, special! That is a special goal! A finish right from the top draw! And this is getting better and better.
The goal scorer for Paris FC. After
He just absolutely speared that in.
Yeah, you just don't save those, Peter. Too much power on them, and the manager's absolutely loving this.
Paris are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Mbappe is onto it in a flash.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
It's a promising position. Does well to stand firm and defend it. Paris are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Now it's Messi. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. And a chance! 60 minutes played.
Attendance for this match was 29,000.
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
Pass somewhat off target. Knocks it into space. Ferdinand did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Great ball if he can get there. Cleared away.
Substitution in progress.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. Azar to come on, a change that had been mooted for a while.
Yeah, he's looking for instructions, probably something along the lines of go make a nuisance of yourself.
And that has been cleared. Liverpool are looking to go forward now. Serginho, pressing high and with purpose. It's a good run down the right. And it's Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos puts his foot on the gas.
They've got to be quick moving this forward. That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Great ball and shot at goal! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Serginho. Beckham. And it's Belletti. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. Liverpool needed that. They really needed it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Substitution on the field. Number 5.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Number 27, Serginho. Coming on the field, number 8.
He's had it taken off him.
Number 42, Musiala.
Robertson.
Substitutions taking place.
Good play on the left-hand side here. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. And it's Musiala. And he's searching, he's going for goal!
What a cracking save from the keeper. That may turn out to be a pivotal moment. Well, they can at least make a fight of it. Even if it's just a goal, the lift it would give would be huge no matter what the end result is.
Now it's Villa. Messi. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And he's managed to get rid. Musiala. Van Basten. Foden. Adams, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Rodri. Now it's Mbappe. Foden.
2 added minutes has been
Time
indicated.
added on will be 2 minutes. Musiala running with the ball. And here's Van Basten. That's going to go a long way. And there goes the final whistle. Oh, here is a defeat that may hit them hard, and you can sense that all around us. Things going pretty awry, and the outcome in the end virtually unavoidable. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, Peter, I really couldn't see what this team was trying to achieve, whether it's the manager's message not getting through or not having the right players in the right positions. It all looked a bit lost.
And a quick reminder
Well,
today,
thanks to
everybody,
Jim.
to
We
make
both wish
sure
you
to
a
put
very good
litter
evening.
in the bins provided. Thank you for your cooperation.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running. Totti! Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Messi. It's a really well-measured ball. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, when it comes to youth and potential, Peter, it's hard to look past Pedri, who is probably going to have a very busy game here. I think he's got everything that you need to play in a midfield role, and he's so cute and clever with any aspect of the game in that department, which is usually the busiest part of any field.
Oh, he's been caught napping! And he's taking no chances there. And he's picked it up out wide. Fires it in low. And there's his chance to lead the counter. And this is Raul. And the shot, it's Totti! And he's really put himself on the line here. Rafinha goes short, delivers with whip. That's a decent clearance. Oh, good ball! And now a sudden chance to counter. And this is Messi, and it's been played through. David Villa gets through on his own, and he's there to get it away. Oh, that's nice. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Raul. So a third of the match, or thereabouts, gone, and we still await the first goal. And here's Totti. Rafinha. Beckham. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Oh, it's Van Basten. Plays a sharp little ball here. Oh, that's a key interception. And the counter-attack is on for Barcelona. And it's Beckham. He's looking wide. Ah, he'd have done well to reach that. Rafinha. Raul. Messi. Serginho did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Puyol getting on for a third of the way through the game. Baresi. Barcelona finding their passes. Now it's Rafinha. Knocks it out wide. Totti! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Well, that always looked a little ambitious for me, but still, at least he had the confidence to take it on.
Well, he's felt that, hasn't he? Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. David Villa. Belletti. Messi is onto this. Roberto Carlos. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And this, it's Totti! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, what has happened here? Oh, that's neat. Big chance! Roberto Carlos, can he get it through? Neither side giving way, it has been tight. It's a searching pass. Out of play for a goal kick. Plays it in low. That's a lovely, neat pass. Oh, they can break here. Now it's Messi. Out to the left it goes. Not the most convincing of passes. Serginho is one who's and it's half-time here. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. So they head in no further forward. The score here, still 0-0.
Las normas de seguridad que pueden ver en el marcador.
So off we go once more. 0-0, and we're at the halfway point. Now it's Villa, played with finesse. Oh, that is a terrific save! That's going to go a long way. Beckham. And it's Belletti. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Now it's Villa. Now it's Messi. Under an awful lot of pressure. Baresi. Puyol. David Villa. And this is Messi. Played out towards the right wing. Baresi gets across and deals with it. Nicely shaped ball. Well, the less said about that pass, the better. Still absolutely nothing to report here, goals-wise. It's good pressure, good intensity.
Well, he's been dropping into space and spraying balls all over the pitch, so enough seems enough now.
Rodri. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Tries to cross.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
And that's great chance! It's fallen kindly here. Oh, and that is really good tenacity. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Liverpool are looking to go forward now. And it's made its way to him. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Roberto Carlos has it in a wide position. Roberto Carlos got a long way forward to join the attack. Now that looks a decent ball. Turns and goes. And the shot! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. Gerrard gets the call to seemingly universal approval.
Well, not quite sure why he wasn't started, Peter, but at least it's a move that makes everyone happy.
No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. And this is Messi. And it's Serginho. Totti plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone.
Messi really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Delivers the ball, and that should get the job done. And he's there to retrieve it, and that's going right the way across. Roberto Carlos gets it away. And this is Messi, and he's onside. Well, that is one way to stop him.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 15 será reemplazado por el dorsal 21.
Messi's cross.
Se va a realizar un
That has been
cambio de
knocked
jugadores.
clear.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
And this is Van Basten. Van Basten is fouled. Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card. They've played it short. Beckham with the cross. Oh, what a climb! Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
That's good play. Plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
That's good pressing, squeezing the play.
This has been a better game than the scoreline suggests, and it really does merit a goal.
Beckham. Marquinhos, always a very imposing presence at the back. Gerrard. Can he finish? Oh, that's incredible! Save the best for last! No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
Couple of changes then in quick succession.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Barcelona take what looks to be a decisive lead.
Well, the last moments now, Peter, are going to be very frantic. There's still time for a twist or two yet.
Roberto Carlos picks it up out wide.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Smoothly does it. Messi. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Big header! And a terrific save from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Beckham. And it's Messi. They really do have to make something of this. Hazard.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable, sometimes unwatchable for those with a vested interest. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Well, they were posed with problems in wide areas and they couldn't find a solution to those wide defensive positions. Shocking, really.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.
Pueden informarse en las oficinas del estadio.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. The action has already started. And he's been shifted off it. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Well, at 6'6", and with that sort of a physique, Jim, Daniel van Bouten was only ever going to be a monstrous centre-half, wasn't he?
Yeah, and a very good one at that. The first Belgian, I believe, to become a European champion at club level.
Yes, he was, and to do that, you've got to be pretty handy. But that has not gone well. Rijkaard. Spread out to the left. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, that's nice. Zico. Neither of the teams has yet taken the initiative. Now it's Messi. And this is Van Basten. Passes coming off in quick succession here. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Looking for a runner. Oh, it's inches away from being a really good ball. Guardiola.
Oh, look, this is about as tentative as it comes. Hopefully, a football match will break out soon.
Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. And this is Batistuta. Now it's Zico. Oh, the ball's come loose here. Spread it left. And the ball is out of play. Belletti. Now it's Van Basten, distributed tidily. And it's Belletti. And it's Guardiola. Chance, surely! And that is wildly off target.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
Pedri. Guardiola does really well to win the ball there. Beckham. Adams. Serginho. Now it's Messi.
You can never be short of runners into space.
Oh, smashing header! He will be livid with himself. Van Bouten. Now Housen. Van Bouten. And he's forced to go back. Half an hour played now. Now it's Yamal. Serginho. Van Basten. Beckham. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, that's neat. Serginho climbs up big! Oh, should really have made more of that.
I think we can expect a few more of those now. Better timing was all that was required.
And it's Zico. That's a good ball out wide. And that pass just didn't quite work. Adams is there, and he can get that clear. Takes a shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. He's in plenty of space here.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
throw-in. Still waiting for the first breakthrough, but not for the want of trying. Half-time getting close now. Plays a sharp little ball, tries a shot! And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Guardiola. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. Now it's Yamal. Looking to play him in.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much.
And that'll be the last act of the first half. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings.
And if you do have a chance
How's
today,
the first half
please take
compared
some
with
time
your
out to give your
expectation?
support
Well,
to
I
our
think
better
despite
stadium
the
fund.
scoreline, Peter, there's only one team in it. They might not have made the most of their chances so far, but I see no signs of frustration creeping in. Maybe a bit of fine-tuning during the break, and they should get their reward in the second half.
So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0.
Everyone, please welcome our players.
So off we go once more. Both sides defensively robust up to now.
Niceties are not part of this approach. This is actually quite aggressive. Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Ball is over the line. Pedri. Played out to the right. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And this is Zico. And that pass isn't the best. And they've got rid. Messi. Serginho. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Referee has just said play on. Yamal. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Batistuta. Best part of an hour, and still no breakthrough from either side. Roberto Carlos. Messi. Beckham. Serginho will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Corner then. Surely now!
The attendance for this match was 28,591.
not the best of headers.
Well, I think the defence deserves credit for the way they were quick to close him down.
Quarter of an hour into the second half. Now it's Pedri, and that could set him on his way. Batista, oh, shooting chance! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Batistuta actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Cleared away. Liverpool have the chance to go the other way. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And he's surging through. Oh, that's a key interception. Roberto Carlos. A deeply frustrating game so far. Certainly in terms of the scoreline, it remains 0-0. And it's Guardiola. David Villa. Out to the right. Gets into some space. Tries to cross.
Oh, how that cross missed everyone is an absolute mystery to me. It warranted a finishing touch.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Adams. Serginho. Oh, good spread. And it's Beckham. It's Belletti. Ah, he's had it taken off him. Alexander-Arnold. Now it's Yamal. Rijkaard. Now it's Yamal. Out to the left it goes. Mbappe could try cutting inside here. Played into the middle. That has been knocked clear.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Real chance! Now that is commitment to the cause.
Substitution on the field. Number 27.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Number 5.
Roberto Carlos plays it short.
Coming on the field.
Rijkaard attempts a clearance.
Musiala.
Listen, it may well finish this way because it's been so tight all the way through, but equally, we might still get a moment of magic, a mistake, or a refereeing decision to influence otherwise.
Tries to play it through. Alexander-Arnold with the delivery. Defending of the desperate variety. Lovely bit of skill. Now then, the ball's come loose.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Spread neatly. Up he goes! Didn't quite get enough on that.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
Substitution in progress.
So there's going to be another change here.
Well, the moans and groans from the stand.
Can he finish? Yes, he's done it! Save the best for last! Terrible error, duly punished.
Well, you've got to give him credit for pressing so quickly there.
After 90 minutes is number 10, Lionel Messi. Lionel Messi. Lionel Messi.
Liverpool making another change here.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Number 9.
Liverpool
David
take the
Villa.
lead. Now it's
Coming
just a
onto
question of
replace
holding
him
on.
is
Well, look,
number
Peter, I feel
11,
I've got to stress that there's still time for another, so we can't be too presumptuous yet.
Liverpool making consecutive changes here.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Number 13, Kukcu.
There they go, hunting again.
Yeah, he's fouled him there. And no surprise, that's a booking. Adams. And it's Messi. And it's Belletti. And that interception was... And that will be the final act. Relief, finally. Now at last they can enjoy the taste of victory. Fingernails bitten to the quick, but they have got over the line. Quite a ride. Messi picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. Thrilling, nail-biting, perhaps frustrating until the very end, but we do have a winner.
Well, I just think that determination and persistence has paid off handsomely to squeeze the win out of a draw. Sometimes it comes down to grit and desire and the stubbornness to keep plugging away. And this has been great staying power.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion.
Hello,
The game yet to kick
welcome
off.
to today's
The
match.
excitement already palpable. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. And as you can see, we've already started here. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Yeah, Virgil van Dijk.
Big chance! It's off target and by quite a way.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
That's a lovely, neat pass. And that pass isn't the best. Vinicius Junior. Bellingham. Van Basten. Serginho. And it's Beckham. Now it's Villa. And it's Messi. Hit into the mid. Climbs up big! They've scored!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
A great delivery and a finish to match.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball, made a classic move and made it perfectly.
Liverpool penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
Well, the roof's just about stayed on, but the crowd level has gone up a notch or 10.
Luis Suarez. Vinicius Junior. Out of play for a goal kick. So just the one early goal to report so far, and the score is 1-0. Guardiola and Serginho. Guardiola. Messi. Messi ploughing through the middle. Serginho was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Liverpool are enjoying a good spell right now and leading. David Villa looking for the run. No luck with that dink over the top.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Now it's Messi. And it's Messi. Passing is crisp and sharp. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And this is Luis Suarez. Hangs one in. Well, now it's a race for the ball. Decent attempt, but not quite good enough.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
David Villa. And this is Messi. Distributed tidily. Spread out to the left. Chance here to counter. He's got away. Vinicius Junior going face-to-face with his great rival. Beckham. Too much pressure, and he's lost the ball. Koundé. It's an inviting-looking ball, that. He's in space and looking for options. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Bellingham. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Valverde! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
It's quite a show he's putting on here. This is excellent work.
Van Basten gets it away. Throw it. Nice control. And it's Mendes. And that's another throw. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. That's a delicate pass. And he's there to clear it. Oh, strongly challenged there. Bellingham is the guilty party there.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
David Villa. He's had it taken off him. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
And the worst choice he could...
Can he finish? Bellingham looking sharp there. Guardiola. Pass somewhat off target. It's Luis Suarez! Goal! Manchester United! Manchester United are back on level terms. An act of charity gratefully received.
How can they be so careless, Peter? It's too casual. They were never going to get away with that kind of sloppiness.
Luis Suarez.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
And he's managed to get free.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Serginho. And it's Van Basten. Now it's Messi. It's Belletti. And it's Messi. Can he get on the end of this? And he's in on... And a chance! Goal! A truly wicked strike, nigh on perfection.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
Number 10, Lionel Messi. Lionel Messi. Lionel Messi.
Liverpool take the lead. And the first 45 minutes are up. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football. And it's fair to say that both teams have played their part.
Volunteers for each block, please report
Neither
to the
side
staff
holding
room
back here.
immediately.
It has been quite a half, this.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
Liverpool head into the half-time break with a narrow advantage. It is 2-1.
Please welcome everyone, our lads.
And we're off again. Valverde. Messi. Bellingham. Oh, well measured. Oh, that's a key interception. Van Basten might just make this. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Van Basten is offering some sort of an apology there.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Bellingham cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Now it's Villa. Bellingham, someone who can always claim to be the most immaculate finisher. And that could set him on his way. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Valverde! Rising over the bar.
Manchester United certainly look sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Serginho being hunted in packs.
Yeah, he's had so much room to operate in. He's been running the show, but maybe the curtain's about to come down on him.
David Villa could try cutting inside here. Ah, he's fizzed it forward. Valverde. Ball's played through. He's in plenty of space here. Ter Stegen claims comfortable. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Beckham. And Adams. Belletti. Knocks it out wide. And it's Serginho. And he's cut it out. Valverde. And it's Bellingham. Messi. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Played into space. And that should get the job done. Now it's Luis Suarez. Nuno Mendes. That has not gone well. Belletti. And it's Beckham. And he's opted for the long pass. A real chance to break. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Shoots! It's loose now and they want to get it back.
Well, the keeper seemed to go into study mode then, and he's read it beautifully.
It's gone out for a throw-in.
Substitution on the field. Number 27, Serginho. Coming on the field is number 42.
Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. It's Luis Suarez! Should have equalised.
Suarez was already celebrating in his head and probably still can't process how the keeper denied him. What a stop.
Belletti. Oh, sweet feet.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Mbappe. And it's Xabi Alonso. Played down the flank. It's out for a goal kick. Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
To replace him is number 14, Marquinhos.
Musiala.
Substitution in progress.
Now it's Villa. Messi.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Liverpool close now to seeing this one through to the end. Belletti. And the referee brings it to a close. Liverpool can finally smile now. They have held on in a difficult watch for both sets of fans. A truly emotional roller coaster that. Van Basten taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. The end of the game. Reflections?
That is a superb win. This is one of those games where the result justifies whatever means. Just look at the players celebrating with the fans. Everyone pumped. Takes me back.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. And already we're underway here. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And he gets rid in a hurry. And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Messi. He's got plenty of space out wide here. It's out for a goal kick.
Well, just when you think you've got Eden Hazard, Peter, he opens up another box of tricks entirely.
And that's the thrill about him, isn't it? Every time you come and watch him play, he seems to come up with more and more surprises.
Well, I mean, that's the key to the job, isn't it? Find a different way of doing the same thing, and that he basically excels at. He's fantastic. Once he comes inside, anything is possible.
Now it's Messi. It's a sharp pass. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Olise. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. It is early, but the game hasn't yet sparked into life. First quarter of an hour gone. Hazard. Ah, lovely feet. Quality ball. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
Nicely spread. They get a throw in. Cleared away. And they're quick to get it back. Oh, it's Van Basten. Good chance here! And he's whipped, climbs up big! And the header is disappointing in the end.
Well, this is simple. The supply is to be admired. The defending is to be admonished.
Bernardo Silva is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Still goalless at the moment. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Well, that looks a decent ball. Oh, that's neat. Olise's cross. Tries to get it clear. In again. And he's seen that early. He's tried one! Oh, that is very close.
That's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
Guardiola. Beckham. And it's Van Basten. And it's Roberto Carlos. Aimed beyond the defence. Very nicely done. Oh, sweet feet. And he's in on goal. Nicely. He's got full. Oh, nearly. But nearly is nothing.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Odegaard. Over to the left. Now it's Hazard. Spread it left. Now it's Hazard. Hazard with the delivery. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper. Half-time rapidly approaching, and it's still goalless. Well-timed, excellent interception. Serginho is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Koundé kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Costa Curta. Half-time getting close now. Odegaard swung over. Hazard. Now Ødegaard, played out to the left flank. That's a throw. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Roberto Carlos. Serginho.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
And it's Guardiola. Ødegaard. And he's intervened well there. And that'll be the last act of the first half. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time.
Que lleva un vestido azul y dice haberse perdido. Se ruega a su abuelo que se ponga en contacto con algún empleado del estadio.
And we're off again.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
Bernardo Silva. For Olise. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
That's good play from him. Wow, look who's involved.
And it's Ødegaard. Knocks it into space. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Roberto Carlos. And Serginho. And it's Roberto Carlos. It's Roberto Carlos. Adams. Guardiola. Belletti. Tries to play it through. Threads one in. Now it's Hazard. Pass is just off target. Ter Stegen clears. Still absolutely nothing to report here goals-wise. Beckham. Belletti. David Villa gets into some space. Now then, the ball's come loose. And it's been taken short. And it's Belletti. Roberto Carlos has... And he's had a shot! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Well, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Madrid are looking to go forward now. Takes the shot! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
They've played it short. A noticeable change in the approach to defending here. Much more in your face.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
David Villa. Serginho. Serginho. Good purposeful running this. Messi. Can he finish? Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Messi actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Well, in probably an entirely one-sided game, still up for grabs. Nothing to show for all the pressure. No question, this is the man you want to get onto the end of things. Out to the left it goes. Hazard. No, he's seen through all of that. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Played into space.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Oh, such a clever touch. Van Basten. And it's Roberto Carlos. And it's Ødegaard. Oh, good spread. And he's picked it up out wide.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain...
He gets big! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome. Ødegaard. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Played through into space. Now it's Hazard. And he's made sure that's not getting through.
There's nothing more infuriating for a fan than seeing passing without penetration. They're just stuck in a rut.
Koundé cuts it out. Ødegaard. Offers and the shot! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 37. Hazard.
Ødegaard plays
El
it short.
dorsal 20. Okazaki.
Clipped into
El
space.
dorsal 22.
And now a sudden chance to counter.
El dorsal 11. El dorsal 4. Drogba. El dorsal 9. Se va a realizar un cambio
Listen,
de
it may
jugadores.
well finish this way because it's been so tight all the way through, but equally, we might still get a moment of magic, a mistake, or a refereeing decision to influence otherwise.
Rudiger.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Now Ødegaard. Drogba. That has been slung wide. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Danielson is in a really good position out wide. It's a mighty effort! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
Well, that's a move which shouldn't be allowed to repeat. A dribble, cross and attempt, all too easy.
Not too much to add on here, just a minute. That's a good ball out wide. And it's Beckham, distributed tidily. That's very neat. He slings it in. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Frustration, exasperation, vexation, certainly from an attacking perspective. Neither side able to make an impression despite all the huff and puff. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, neither side could get over the line here. Perhaps one team might be happier, but At the final reckoning, it's honours even and no complaints.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all.
Podrán encontrar todo tipo de objetos relacionados con nuestro equipo.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. The action has already started. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, Peter, the player Nuno Mendes is someone who's really impressed me as being a two-way player. Very confident, consistent, and always willing to take people on and get himself into those good crossing positions, and he can deliver too.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And this is Van Basten. Beckham. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Belletti. No, that was never going to make it. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Can he get it through? Nuno Mendes with the cross. Defending of the desperate variety. He's on the finish! A real chance and a real let-off.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
Battling for the right to play in the early stages. Adams. Still goalless. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Roberto Carlos. Guardiola. And here's Beckham. Now the cross. It's a mighty effort! They've scored! Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking them up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Le numéro 7.
Liverpool have broken through. It's 1-0.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
And he was quick to react. Costa Curta. Paris Saint-Germain are looking lively here. They're playing with more zest, more purpose.
They are, and it's all because of the movement we're seeing down the flanks, and I think they look as if they're going to cause some real problems to that opposing defence. Both flanks are working quite well now.
Beckham goes short. He's there and gets it away. Tries a deft little ball. Cleared away. Liverpool are looking to go forward now. Adams. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Guardiola. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he's straight offside. Guardiola. Great defending, strong and determined. Looking for the run. That's a nicely shaped ball. And he's lost his man. Real chance! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Oh, it's a brilliant effort, you have to say that. He clearly wanted to do it in style.
Roberto Carlos. Looking to play him in. Bellingham. They've switched it over to the other side. Mbappe going face-to-face with his great rival. Searching pass he's played there. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Messi does really well to win the ball there. Now it's Kakatani. Messi. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Nuno Mendes.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
For Messi. Vitinha. Played out to the left flank. Now Mbappe. Now, can they get him away? That's been intercepted. Guardiola. And it's Roberto Carlos. Serginho is always looking to play quality balls. And Adams. Belletti.
Temps additionnel, 1 minute.
Guardiola. And it's Belletti. In towards the back stick. Neuer claims it, safe hands. And the referee brings the first half to a close. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
On the evidence of what we've seen, they're worth their lead. There was genuine intensity and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
Liverpool are in a pretty decent position after 45 minutes. 1-0 to the good.
Et merci d'accueillir nos joueurs comme ils le méritent.
That gets things going for the second half. A solitary goal. That has been the crucial difference. Goes for goal! Oh, he's been caught napping. Deflecting behind for a corner kick. Beckham with the short one. And he whips it in. He's got tall. Tries to get it clear. Mendes is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Now it's Messi. Guardiola has a look and plays it forward. Here's Roberto Carlos. And it's Roberto Carlos. Guardiola. And it's Belletti. Oh, there's a probing ball. Serginho gets into some space. Serginho's cross. And he thumps it clear. Here comes another cross. Oh, takes a shot! Crossbar comes to the rescue. Liverpool just about have their noses in front. It is the slenderest of leads. Messi. Serginho. Beckham. Now it's Kakitani. No, that's been intercepted. Serginho. And he skips past his man. That's a nicely weighted pass. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, I'm inclined to feel that if I was in that dugout, I'd want the players to get on the front foot and grab another. Just try to make this one safe.
Vitinha. Oh, he's found support out wide. Punched away.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Plays the return pass. Beckham. And it's Belletti. That's Guardiola. David Villa is onto this. Little pass back.
That's good pressure. It gave him no other choice.
Bellingham. Now it's Messi. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Now it's Messi. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Nicely weighted chance! They've scored! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
Liverpool can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Yeah, I think he's been told to play that role of the tactical pivot, spraying the ball about sometimes, driving it forward from the middle of the park.
Liverpool are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
And it's Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And he's had a hit! Oh no, that could be a costly miss.
It's a good effort, and you can sense that they're upping the gears. This needs to be sustained now.
Guardiola. And Adams. And it's Beckham. It's Belletti. Messi. Looking for options for movement. Musiala. Clipped into space. Shoots! Now, who's going to be first to this? He can get that clear. Plays it across. And he won't reach that.
Changement pour le Paris Saint-Germain. Le numéro
So,
5.
time for changes on both
16.
sides, actually.
Le numéro 17. À leur place, le numéro 21.
Liverpool have time on their side now, as well as a two-goal lead. It is just about done.
Attention, changement.
Liverpool have now used up all but one of their substitution windows. Marquinhos, always a very imposing presence at the back. Beckham has created one goal already. He's a sharp little ball here. This looks promising. Piqué. Now Mbappe. Turns back here, probably the best option. Rijkaard. Now Costa Curta. And it's Messi. And it's Beckham. Swung over. Now it's
Il y aura 2
Mbappe.
minutes de temps additionnel.
Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. And he's managed to get rid. And they're back on the ball again. And that's it. Well, don't you just love it when a plan comes together? Victory never in doubt in the mind of the mastermind in all of this. A solid win, which will be welcomed all round. Van Basten claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. Your final thoughts, Jim?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do, and the players were determined to deliver it, and they did.
Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And already we're underway here.
You know, for me, Peter, there's a deep-lying playmaker out there who's as good as it comes. Pep Guardiola. As composed as he is clever, he always acts as the key pivot in forming attack after attack.
Yeah, he's a bit of a manager on the pitch.
Well, astute is the word.
And it's Serginho. Pass somewhat off target. Guardiola. Conte. Rijkaard. Now Van Dijk. Albert Ferrer. And it's Guardiola. Stojkovic. That's Guardiola. Now he's got space here. And he's managed to get rid. And here's Van Nistelrooy! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Van Nistelrooy really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Now it's Villa. And he's forced to go back. Van Dijk. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Quarter of an hour played. Aimed beyond the defence. Guardiola. Now it's Van Basten. Liverpool are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. Raul. Beckham. David Villa receives it in a good position here. And the through ball. Serginho. Guardiola. Now it's Batistuta. And no, he's seen through all of that. Knocks it into space. Oh, well measured. And he's managed to get free. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. Guardiola. It's a really well-measured ball. Roberto Carlos did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. David Villa. That has not gone well. It's not an especially good pass, that. Stojkovic. Rijkaard is always looking to break lines. Now it's Batistuta. Now it's Raul. That's been intercepted. Beckham. Serginho. Messi. He's looking wide. Great work on the overlap. Header! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Stojkovic. That is a great pick out. And he's lost his man here. Guardiola did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. He's on it, can he get away? Roberto Carlos has it in a wide position. Crossed in early. That has been knocked clear. Clipped into space. Now this could be a chance. David Villa proves just a little bit too strong. Well, I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far. Stojkovic. And it's Stojkovic. That's an imaginative pass. Stojkovic! Well read, and the danger is averted. Guardiola. Serginho is looking to influence the game from out wide. Beckham. Van Basten. Now this could be a chance. David, he's had a shot! And he's done it!
Look, there are always tactical adjustments for any coach to make at half-time, but when your star man gives you a critical lead just before the break, everyone will be paying extra attention. It really is the ideal tonic.
Number 9, David
Well, when
Villa.
it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
And there's the end of the first half. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Yeah, on the face of it, it looks a
I'm
fair
afraid to
reflection
tell
of
you
what
that
we've
we're
all seen,
expecting
Peter.
traffic to be
Some
heavy after the
incisive
final
play one
whistle
side,
today.
battling qualities on the other. I think this game is there to be won, and a minor tweak may be all it needs to change it.
Liverpool head for the dressing room in possession of a 1-0 lead.
Everyone, please welcome our players.
Here we go again then. A solitary goal. That has been the crucial difference. Serginho. And Adams. Belletti. Guardiola. David Villa. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it. Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match. That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Cross deflected behind for a corner. Roberto Carlos goes short. Lofted in. Terrific header. He's missed, but not by that far.
Villa certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
Guardiola. Conte. Serginho. Just coming up to the hour mark, and it's still 1-0. Here's Roberto Carlos.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Serginho. Serginho's cross. And that is expertly dealt with. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
There's a lot of football still to be played, Peter, so ideally they'd...
And Batistuta! And that is certainly not what he had in mind. Guardiola. Liverpool leading then, courtesy of the goal scored late in the first half here. 1-0 the score. And it's Guardiola looking for the run. It's a promising position. And it's Messi driving forward. David Villa. Van Dijk defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Guardiola. Ball played for Rijkaard. Albert Ferrer. And it's Van Dijk. To Guardiola. Can he get on the end of this? And he was quick to react.
Gamba Osaka really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Gamba Osaka finding their passes. And he's had it nicked away. Half an hour gone in the second half. Neither of these two want to come off second best. In with the challenge.
Gamba Osaka really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
David Villa. Oh, good spread. Gets into some space. Swept in. He saw the date. Whistle's gone, and the referee has given a penalty. So a big, big chance now from 12 yards. Well, they can protest all they want, but a shake of the head is all they're going to get.
Substitution on the field. Number 18, Stojkovic. Coming on to replace him is...
Brilliant save from Alisson! Should have put that one away.
Van Basten has reacted in utter shock here. For him, the keeper has pulled off the impossible.
That's a decent clearance. And now a sudden chance to counter. And it's Rosicky. Now it's Batistuta. Engages and forces him off the ball. Liverpool still ahead by the game's only goal. Musiala will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And the shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And he's there to get it away. Gamba Osaka making consecutive changes here. Owen coming on here as broadly expected.
Well, it's going to make for a frantic end, Peter. Let's hope he's got enough time to make the impact he wants.
Number 19, Pep Guardiola. Coming on the field.
Owen with the delivery.
Number 8, Owen.
And he gets rid in a hurry.
Number 6,
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
It's gone out for a throw-in.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
There will be 3 minutes.
The most
added
accurate
time.
pass. Musiala. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Beckham. Now it's Villa. Now it's Messi. And this is Van Basten. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Liverpool have done it. Their solitary strike ultimately proving just enough. A terrific win, however you look at it. David Villa claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, that was a hard-fought win with a defensive masterclass. They backed up their goal with a resilience that was first class.
And a quick reminder
So thank
today,
you very much, Jim,
everybody,
for
to
joining
make
me.
sure
That brings
put
us to
any
the end of our
litter in the bins
coverage.
provided.
So from us
Thank you
both,
for your
a very good
cooperation.
evening. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. If you're just joining us, we are already underway.
Alessandro Costa-Curta, he doesn't have what you'd call a classic centre-back's physique, does he?
No, but his game is never really about athleticism, power and the physical stuff. He never has to let it be.
Yeah, it's interesting because he's still become...
It's a mighty effort! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
And Mr. Roy really should be making an apology. That longer range pass gave him a golden chance then.
Guardiola. And it's Serginho. And this is Van Basten. He's looking wide. He's in space and looking for options. Serginho. Yeah, they've got that defending done well between them. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. That pass isn't the best. And it's Messi. Serginho.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Tries to play it through. Roberto Carlos. Swept in. He can get that clear. Big header! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
That'll earn him a few high fives. Probably feels he could have been better protected, though.
So we're still where we started right now. Hernandez. Manchester United are looking lively here. They're playing with more zest, more purpose.
They are, and it's all because of the movement we're seeing down the flanks, and I think they look as if they're going to cause some real problems to that opposing defence. Both flanks are working quite well now.
Messi. And this is Van Basten. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
David Villa. Stojkovic. And Hakimi. Guardiola. Van Basten.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Roberto Carlos is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Kukçu is always looking to break lines. Serginho. And Adams. And it's Roberto Carlos. Serginho. To Guardiola. David Villa. Rice producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Can he get it through? There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Guardiola. And it's Roberto Carlos. And he's forced to go back. Roberto Carlos. And it's Serginho. Roberto Carlos. He has found a way through. Serginho could try cutting inside here. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
Serginho really needed to be much faster then, much more decisive.
Stojkovic.
Oh, great feat, that.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Serginho. Well, a goal here just before half-time could mean a great deal. Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Kukçu. And they've switched it over to the other side. And it's Rice. Distributed tidily. Hakimi plays it in. Adams attempts a clearance. Roberto Carlos. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps.
We're expecting traffic to be heavy.
So your views on the first half?
Today.
Well, I have to say, I think it's a good performance, but it's clear that they need a little more energy and more precision up top. They proved they can create chances. Now they need to start putting them away. That's the next step.
An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0.
And there they are. Please welcome our players, everyone.
And we're off again.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
And it's Messi. No, he's not getting past him there. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Guardiola! Decent hit from there. Ended up in no man's land. David Villa, Beckham, played back.
He's got no choice here. He had to go backwards.
Now it's Messi. Costa Curta did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. The less said about that pass, the better. Belletti to Guardiola. Serginho. And it's Serginho. Hakimi. Roberto Carlos under intense pressure.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
Now it's Messi. And here's Van Basten, and the flag has stayed down. Serginho made a good run there. Oh, we're still waiting for a goal to report here. Stojkovic. Sends it crossfield. Hakimi. 60 minutes played. Now, who's going to be first to this? And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Very few chances to talk of, Jim. Defences, it seems, on top here.
Yes, 0-0 and little promise of a goal due to the shot-shy nature of this contest, but I'm not giving up on it. There's plenty energy on the pitch, not to give up hope just yet.
Beckham. Now it's Villa. Can he get on the end of this? And it's Kukçu. Played out wide. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. And they can counter here. Van Basten. Now, can they get him away? And he plays one through. Rodri. And Stojkovic. Costa Curta. And it's Rodri. Out to the left it goes. Stojkovic providing an outlet on that flank. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Now this could be a chance. Nice control. Kukçu! It's off target and by quite a way.
It wasn't the best strike, to be honest, Peter. The pass might have been a better option there.
Guardiola. And it's Lewandowski. It's Lewandowski!
Can't be expected to deliver anything better than that. This is heroic keeping.
Roberto Carlos. It's Belletti. Knocks it into space. And this is Messi. Corner it is.
Substitution in progress.
So time for change. And this one has been on the cards for a little while. Oh, what a climb! There it is! That could turn out to be a huge, huge goal!
Well, what a shift in moods here, Peter. That weight's finally off their shoulders, and tails are well and truly up.
After 79 minutes is...
A wonderful delivery,
7,
and all it needed was a touch.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Liverpool have their opener. It is a goal of real significance. Looking for a runner. That's a decent clearance.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Liverpool still ahead by the game's only goal. David Villa. Marquinhos. And it's Roberto Carlos. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Played into the box. And he's there to clear it. Here comes another cross. And he's there to retrieve it. Stojkovic. Ter Stegen breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball.
Manchester United really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Now it's Lewandowski, played out to the left flank.
Added time.
That's a super give and go. Chooses to go back. Can he finish? Yes! knows it's taken a big and very kind deflection, but he is claiming it nonetheless.
Manchester United, number 41, Rice. Rice.
So here comes a substitution.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
So all square with almost no time remaining.
It just goes to show you what determination can achieve. OK, there isn't much time left, but if we have to find a winner now, there's no question who I'll be backing.
And we're done. So it is something for both, but ideal for neither. Both parties having to settle for what they get and hope for better in the weeks ahead. Well, how will we look back on that?
Well, I think all things considered, Peter, this was a fair result. Both sides showed the right qualities to try and win it. And
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. And already we're underway here. Well, now the opposition are going to have to find something pretty special to stop Lionel Messi today. Big chance! And that is doing no harm at all. And it's Messi. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. Oh, what has happened here? This looks promising. Caught offside that time. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Now it's Bebeto. He is just caressing the ball. Now it's Kubo. Oh, sweet feet. Alexander-Arnold. Alexander. He rises! Oh, it's hit the post. Superb goal!
well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
Goal!
Hazard at his razor-sharp best there.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
Liverpool finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Now it's Van Basten. Oh, such a clever touch. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Now it's Hazard. And this is Hazard. Serginho. Neymar. Decent chance! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Messi is offering a wry smile there.
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And now a sudden chance to counter.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
And that is as far as they're going to go. And it's Messi. And this is Van Basten. Nicely weighted ball. It's come to nothing. Marquinhos is a man so notably robust and resolute in his defending.
Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
You make it sound so simple.
Kubo.
Great defending, strong and determined. Guardiola. Serginho. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Ruben Neves. And it's Messi. And Serginho. Ruben Neves. Neymar. Bebeto. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Well, that's beautifully weighted. He's Messi! He's done very well to get to that.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Roberto Carlos goes short. Beckham. Roberto Carlos. He's got tall. Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Yeah, it's good movement, though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
They get a throw in. Looking for the run. Pinches it off him. Ruben Neves. And it's Serginho. And played cross-field, changing the point of attack.
That's a cracking pass to stretch the opposition.
Messi. Some front-footed pressing going on here. Now it's Messi. Alexander-Arnold simply refused to be outdone there. Now it's Bebeto. And it's Kubo. And no, he's seen through all of that. Now it's Van Basten. Now it's Messi.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Hazard. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Hazard. Messi. He's had it taken off him. David Villa. And it's Serginho. Passes coming off in quick succession here. And he's had it nicked away. Now it's Bebeto. Messi. Now that looks a decent ball.
2 added minutes have
Cross
been
to the back
indicated.
post. Adams. He's had a shot! Oh, he has leathered that.
Well, he does strike a very pure ball, doesn't he? It's great technique.
Guardiola. And it's Roberto Carlos. And it's half-time here. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Well, for me, Peter, things have
Volunteers
never
for each
really
block.
got going,
Please
but at
report
least
to the
this will be a
staff
good
room
time
immediately.
to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
Everyone, please welcome our players.
Here we go again.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Roberto Carlos. Beckham.
Niceties are not part of this approach. This is actually quite aggressive.
It's a promising position. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Now, can they get him away? Neymar providing an outlet on that flank. Lovely bit of skill. Flings in across. Well, that's an excellent interception.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
Serginho is looking to influence the game from out wide. Roberto Carlos. He's a sharp little ball here. Carries far too far and out of play. Liverpool still chasing a one-goal deficit here. And here's Hazard. Now it's Neymar. Showing good feet. Spread it left. He's in space and looking for
The
options.
attendance for this match was 28,599.
Roberto Carlos. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Threads one in. That's gone all the way through to the keeper.
Hazard really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
And the keeper's got it again. Adams. That's Guardiola. And it's Serginho. Serginho going face-to-face with his great rival. Fired deep towards the back post. They want to be quick to recover this. Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
I thought the wing work was A1. The defending and finishing was anything but.
And no, that is pretty much the end of that. And he's in on goal!
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
David Villa receives it in a wide position. Liverpool choosing to make the first change.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Serginho. Coming on to replace him is number 42,
Ruben Neves.
Musiala.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Musiala. Roberto Carlos. Liverpool are looking desperate here, short on time and options.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can always cling to.
Messi. Alexander-Arnold. Kubo can so cleverly bypass the press. Oh, it's Van Basten. Messi. Now this could be a chance. Tries a shot! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
And it's Messi. That has been slung wide.
Substitution on the field, number 5, Pep Guardiola. Coming on the field is number 14, Marquinhos.
Aimed beyond the defence.
There will be 1 minute.
There'll be a
at
minute
time.
of stoppage time. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Not. And that's that. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour, effort, at times effervescence, but just one goal to show for all of that. Your final thoughts, Jim?
That's a fairly demoralising loss. They hardly threatened, and this was about as insipid as it comes.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for
Hello,
his
everybody,
wisdom
and
to wish you all
to
a
let
very
you
good
know that
evening.
you'll be able to catch today's match broadcast live on our club's FM station.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And already we're underway here.
In a system like this, Peter, the winger-fullback combinations can be absolutely crucial.
Yeah, and no doubt you can expand on that for us, Jim.
Well, there's just so many potential options.
It's Snyder! And for a moment, time stood still. Looking for options for movement.
And it's Serginho.
Serginho will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Beckham! Oh, he has leathered that.
Well, he looks like he's annoyed with himself there. He didn't do an awful lot wrong, did he?
So there he is, Wesley Sneijder, a terrific playmaker.
Yeah, one of the very best to emerge from that legendary Amsterdam production line. An old-style number 10 whose ability with the ball is the envy of many.
And is that his greatest strength, or is there more to him?
Well, without doubt, it's his tactical intelligence combined with his pinpoint precision. The guy is like clockwork. You have to have that if you want to play there.
Great vision. Now it's Neymar.
Belletti.
Well, both starting the game at a pretty decent tempo.
Guardiola.
Played back into the centre.
Serginho.
Roberto Carlos. Vitoria claim it back to much approval. Chance here to counter.
Kaka.
Neymar. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
Neymar simply can't escape his critics. He deserves an earful after that.
Tries to dink it through. That's a decent clearance.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Still goalless at the moment.
Belletti.
That's Guardiola.
Adams. And it's Beckham. And it's Messi.
He steps in, and that's the end of that. Roberto Carlos. And Serginho. Messi. Just eases him off the ball. It's a really well-measured ball. Saka going face-to-face with his great rival.
And it's Messi.
Serginho is looking to influence the game from out wide. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Approaching the half-hour mark. Kane, played out to the right. Can he latch on to this? But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
And this is Van Basten, out towards the flank. Serginho's cross. Marquez with the clearance. And that is expertly dealt with. Now it's Saka. Ter Stegen clears. Knocks it into space. Neymar. delivers the ball. Half-time rapidly approaching, and it's still goalless. Good ball, good take.
That's a modern defender's instinct from a modern coach's mindset.
Big header! Schneider. Kaka. Out to the right. It's Saka. Jorginho. Out to the left it goes. He's got away. Neymar plays it in. Nicely aimed pass. Beckham. And it's Belletti. Jorginho can get it clear. Schneider. That's been cut out, well played. And we've reached half-time. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, I think despite the scoreline, Peter, there's only one team in it. They might not have made the most of their chances so far, but I see no signs of frustration creeping in. Maybe a bit of fine-tuning during the break, and they should get their reward in the second half.
No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. There's the start of the second half.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
Played into the box. He gets big!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Gets into some space. And that's another throw. And he's had it nicked away. And that's a good-looking ball. David Villa. Great defending, strong and determined. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And that is as far as they're going to go. Kaka. Now it's Kane. And it's Schneider. It's a promising position. Very nicely done. Kaka. Well, into the second half, and it's still goalless. Not the most accurate pass. Kaka. Passing is crisp and sharp. In with the challenge. Belletti. And here's Beckham. Can he get on the end of this? And it's safely in the keeper's hands.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Lovely pass, but Messi! And that is wildly off target.
Well, that always looked a little ambitious for me, but still, at least he had the confidence to take it on.
Now it's Saka. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Plays it across.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Ah, he's given it away. He's having a shot! And still, we await the first breakthrough. Messi. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Neymar chasing after it. And it's Serginho. Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos. And he's managed to get free. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Mighty effort! He's missed, but not by that far.
Yeah, it's good movement, though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Nouri. Strong running down that left flank. Kaka. Robertson. Saka might just make this. Saka hurtling down that right flank. He has a look up.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Now it's Messi. Nicely spread. Cross to the back post. He rises! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Van Basten clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Oh, it's a searing run. He is a man on a mission. Kaka. Now it's Kane. He's a sharp little ball here. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Guardiola. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Neymar.
Well, it's very much looking like this might be destined for a scoreless outcome. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
And it's Serginho. He's shifting through the gears here. Tries a shot! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench.
Substituição em campo. Camisa 9.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Camisa 13.
Beckham.
Deixando o campo para a entrada de
Rijkaard
camisa
tries to
20.
clear.
Camisa 14.
And now they can spring out of defence.
Teremos uma substituição.
Pass somewhat off target.
Teremos minuto de acréscimo.
Adams.
They're avoiding the blatantly up.
And the referee brings it to a close. So a tough one to gauge. Defensive dominance combined with wastefulness in attack. And the outcome inevitable. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome, but we've had a good variety in this game, despite it being anticlimactic.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.
Senhoras e senhores, informamos sobre uma criança perdida. Atenção, pai de menino de mochila verde. Entre em contato com o funcionário mais próximo.
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. And he was quick to react. Well, we hardly need reminding, Jim, of the strengths of David Beckham. He could play a huge part in the outcome of this game.
Yeah, he's one of a kind, isn't he, Peter? No one could match his accuracy or technique in delivering the ball. On top of that, you have his great fitness levels getting up and down the pitch, and his big game mentality, and his quiet leadership.
Oh, good spread. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Kivior did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. That has not gone well. Roberto Carlos. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Ronaldinho. That ball looks a good one. Adams. Guardiola. And it's Beckham. Over to the left. Messi. He's looking wide. It's a goal kick. Alexander-Arnold. Still goalless at the moment. That's Beckham. And it's Messi. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, from...
Oh, now this is interesting, and the referee has pointed to the spot. Liverpool really could have done without this. Well, the players are making their point, but the ref clearly isn't interested. He's waved them all away.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
And he's buried it! 1-0! Not a twitch, not a blink.
Well, he dipped into a world of focus then and dismissed any distraction.
The goal scorer after 20 minutes is number 7, David Beckham.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
David Villa. Kivior. Ronaldinho.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Kaka can so cleverly bypass the press. It's a loose ball. Is there any support? He might not need it. He rises! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Ronaldinho is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Roberto Carlos. Beckham.
It's a pretty loose pass. And it's Messi. Nicely weighted ball. Beckham. Alexander-Arnold, terrific header! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
Well, this is simple. The supply is to be admired. The defending is to be admonished.
Belletti. Serginho. Kaká. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. He's having a shot! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. They've played it short. That's good play. And the chances keep on coming. They're awarded another corner. And it's been taken short. He saw the danger and he went crashing in.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Kivior. Kaká. Kaká going face-to-face with his great rival. Oh, a delicate chip through. That has been slung wide.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Now it's Villa. And it's Belletti. Threads one in. Beckham looking to get on the end of this. Kaká. Batistuta. Shifted it to the flank. Kaká.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Here's a man adored by many, even deified by some.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Now it's Villa. Messi. Adams. And the first 45 minutes are up. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Please be made aware that smoking is only permitted in designated areas within these grounds.
Everyone, please welcome to the field our players.
Whistle goes and we start the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Kivior has it in a wide position. That's a corner kick. Beckham with the short one. Oh, that's nice. Crosses it in, punched away. Messi. And now a sudden chance to counter. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Into the channel.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Rijkaard. And it's Messi. And it's Alexander-Arnold. It's a really well-measured ball. Well, they're certainly pressing with purpose here. Now there's the shot! He's scored! 2 up now, and they are cruising. Simplicity itself.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off? There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be closed.
Oh, what has happened here? Liverpool claiming a corner, and the referee concurs. Roberto Carlos goes short. Beckham with the cross. Tries to get it clear.
The attendance for this match was 29,830.
And he was alert to it. Beckham. Van Dijk. Adams. Kaká. Now it's Messi. Now it's Kaká. Now it's Messi. Unrelenting, uncompromising pressure on him. Guardiola. And it's Van Basten. Alexander-Arnold. Messi. Alexander-Arnold. Van Dijk. And Adams. Kivior. Ronaldinho. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Kaká does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Rijkaard. Rijkaard is always looking to break lines. Oh, perfectly measured that. Roberto Carlos. And it's Serginho. Kaká. And it's Ronaldinho. Tries to pass it through. Little pass back. Now Kivior. Ronaldinho. That's tidy. Ronaldinho's delivery. Roberto Carlos clears it away. Alexander-Arnold stood his ground strongly. Well, now it's a race for the ball. No outsmarting him this time. Time then for the first substitution of the game.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Number 5, Pep Guardiola.
Alexander on. Up he goes! And it's there! And the lead is extended still further. A great delivery and a finish to match.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
A case now of complete control. Marquinhos. Now it's Villa. Belletti. Looking for the run. Now that looks a decent ball. David Villa picks it up out wide. Yep, it's a corner. Roberto Carlos plays it short.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. Well, they can at least make a fight of it. Even if it's just a goal, the lift it would give would be huge no matter what the end result is.
Messi. Ronaldinho. Now it's Batistuta. And it's Beckham. And Alexander-Arnold. And it's Messi. Musiala does really well to win the ball there. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Van Basten, and the through ball. And this is Messi. Stood up well to him there. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Ronaldinho, and it's Messi. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And this is Van Basten. Now it's Villa. Oh, this is a great... Musiala! Great football, shot and save. Alexander-Arnold. Not too much more. And that is as far as it goes. A tale of two teams, one irresistible, unstoppable, the other fragile and seemingly clueless. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Well, Peter, I really couldn't see what this team was trying to achieve, whether it's the manager's message not getting through or not having the right players in the right positions. It all looked a bit lost.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all.